Yeah, look, what a great opportunity. You know, we've played 3 of the top 5 teams in the world. We've got better every week, which has been the most exciting part about it. Certainly, this would be the game for us. It's really going to be a test. Every battle we've come up against Romania has been a really even battle over the last sort of 5 to 6 years. So really tomorrow, we're really looking forward to finishing strong. We really want to make sure that we, play well for our, for the fans and everyone back at home, and really put a mark there to finish the tournament well.
Yeah, I think in a couple of years ago, in your last encounter, they got the better of you guys. I suppose we'd be looking, to use that as inspiration and looking to get even, I suppose.
Yeah, certainly there's a number of things to, use as motivation for tomorrow. Certainly it's the last opportunity this group of people get to play together, which is one. Obviously, with Toto finishing, this being Toto's last game, that's huge for us as well. But probably the greatest motivation would be intrinsic for the players, I dare say, around wanting to play well and finish the tournament well. I think that's the most important thing. I still feel like, even though we've improved, I think the group really want to prove something tomorrow, that we're really at a level where we can be. And I think that would be the biggest motivation.
Thank you. Question for you. You guys like to play physical brand of rugby. Do you think Romania are going to be up to that challenge?
Whatever. That's yours. Yeah. Romania seems to be the kind of team that doesn't give up. Whether you're 40 or 50 ahead, they're always going to keep coming at you. So just like us, Romania is going to be looking to finish this campaign on the bang, and they're obviously going to try and target us as going to be their finishing game. And the Romanians, they're hard people, and they love to be physical, and and obviously like us as well, we love to be physical as well.
Awesome, thank you. Question for you. Tonga's got a few players who've played in other teams, and do you think this is looking good for the future of Tongan rugby, and looking ahead perhaps to the next World Cup?
Yeah, I think obviously the rule change has made a lot of players available for Tonga, and I think it's awesome to see. I think a lot of people have been sitting on the sidelines not being able to play international rugby, including myself. So it's a privilege to play for Tonga and represent our country and heritage. And I think that rule change specifically has been very good. But we've had some debuts this year, and young guys coming through. Sorry, World Cup debuts. Young guys coming through that this is a special moment. To make your World Cup debut. Some people don't do it in their career. It's once every 4 years. So it is special to make a World Cup debut, and the boys are relishing that moment to get on the field.
One for the coach. Do you feel Tongan rugby's in a good place? There's, looking ahead from things.
Look, obviously, there's a huge amount of sacrifice that goes behind being able to put a quality team out there. From firstly, as Adam mentioned, having to sit out a period of time in international rugby. We can't be more grateful, really, for the playing group that have done that. But as you mentioned, Adam mentioned, there's also a younger group of players that really have showed, a great ability to come through, and over the next 4 years, it's going to be an exciting cycle for Tongan rugby. Obviously, it's going to be some big decisions for some of the guys that are in the group at the moment, whether or not they continue on for the next cycle, and those discussions are going to be really enjoyable as well. And the sacrifice that certainly these guys have made, and by sitting that time out, you can only see how excited they are to play when they're out there. So my belief, certainly an exciting time in the next 4-year cycle.
That's great, thank you. And I suppose it's pretty tough for any team being in this pool of death, as they called it. Do you really see, are you really pinning your hopes on the match tomorrow to kind of stamp your mark on how this World Cup went?
That's a great question. We certainly didn't we didn't mark this one in the calendar. We marked every game in the calendar. We took every game as a really important one for us to really, I think that really showed last week against Africa. South Africa are a great side, current world champs, and potentially might do it again. So for us to put out a performance like that, our only goal tomorrow is to now go another level on what we did with our performance last week.
Thank you very much, guys.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome.
You still want a couple of stands up? interviews, yeah. So, 2 players, yeah? Wonderful.
Perfect.
One player, right.
There you go, Adam. Hey, share the load, mate.